In this short video, I go over a couple of examples of figurative language for you in case some of you are having some difficulty remembering what that includes. So first, we have alliteration. Alliteration, in case you are not familiar with that, is the repetitive consonant sound at the beginning. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. You have the repetition there. So that's alliteration. Next is one of my personal favorites. I remember learning about this when I was in 8th grade. Onomatopoeia simply means words that are used to describe sound, like the tiger roared. Well, roar is the sound. I also think of the old Batman movies where you had the little call-outs saying things like thwack and kapow and zot. Those are sound words, so that's onomatopoeia. Next is an idiom. Idiom is a saying that's common to a certain area or language. It may not be understood in another language. For example, don't put your eggs in one basket. Well, if I say that to you, you know what I mean, although it might not translate so well into another language. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, of course, means don't count on everything all at once together. The next term that we have after idiom is euphemism. Euphemism is when you say something in a kinder, gentler, softer way. For example, senior citizen instead of saying that old dude. So that's euphemism. Next is symbolism. Symbolism, you better know because we've gone over it extensively in class. But symbolism, we've got a heart. A heart symbolizes love. After symbolism, we have the simile. Simile is a comparison that is more indirect, more reserved. For example, he could run like the wind. We're not saying he is the wind, we're saying he's like the wind. We also have metaphors. A metaphor is a more direct comparison. For example, oh, my love is a red, red rose. My love is a rose. Also connected to a metaphor is a conceit or an extended metaphor. Those of you that were paying attention in class when we were discussing Julius Caesar, when Julius Caesar at the end of one scene is compared to a bird, and that metaphor goes on and on and on, that's an example of a conceit. We also have personification. For example, for personification, that rock hates me. It tripped me on purpose. That's personification. The rock does not, in fact, hate you. You're just clumsy. Next, we have hyperbole, which some of you all are guilty of on a regular basis. Hyperbole is just exaggeration. For example, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. If I don't eat lunch right now, Miss Clark, I'm going to die. That would be hyperbole. And the last example that I have for you is the oxymoron. Oxymoron is two things that are in direct contrast with each other. For example, you have jumbo shrimp. Well, jumbo obviously means big. Shrimp is something small, so how can you have jumbo shrimp? For example, Romeo and Juliet, parting is such sweet sorrow. Well, if it's sorrowful, it's not sweet. So those are just a few examples of things that I can be talking about when I say figurative language. I'm sure you can probably think of some others, but that should get you started.